Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel All in One Education. In the previous video, we will cover the chapter integer and cover the topics like what are integers, how to represent integers on a number line, how to perform addition and subtraction of integers. In the today's video, we will cover these same topics, but exercise of practice exercise of 1 to 10 questions. Next, let's start. Question number 1, write two examples of positive integers. In the positive numbers, we include any numbers 1, 10, 2, 100, anyone. Numbers which have positive sign, not negative. These are called positive integers. In the second, write the two examples of negative integers. Any number which is negative or negative sign, which includes negative sign, is known as a negative integer. Just add minus sign like -5, -20, -1, -10. All these numbers are negative integers. Then third, sum number third, is 0 a positive or negative? In the previous video, I explained to you that 0 is neither negative nor positive. What is the smallest positive integer? Now look at very interesting question. What is the smallest positive integer? Since positive integers start from 1 and so goes upward, all the numbers, smallest positive integer, so smallest positive integer is a 1. What is the greatest negative integer? What is the greatest negative integer? In the negative integers, we put negative sign before the numbers. When we start from the 0 to the left side, so first number which comes is a -1. That's why -1 is the greatest negative integer. Sum number 6. Represent the following on a number line -3, 0 and 4. First we draw a number line, then in the center of the number line, we draw a 0, which is the king of the number line. Then if we move to the 4 steps to the right side, then we get the 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. When we move 4 steps to the right of the 0, then we get which number? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. When we move right side from the 0, 3 numbers, 1, 2, 3, then it's a -3. Because in the previous video we learned that on positive numbers always in the right side of the 0 and then negative numbers in the right side of the left side of the 0. Next one, write the integers that represent a gain of rate 500. Integers are not. Firstly, students, we clear to you that integers not just for books, they are everywhere in our lives. Look at this statement. Write the integers that represent a gain. Write the integers that represent a gain of rate 500. How we write this statement? Think of it. When we get something, when we gain or get, gain means you got anything, not loss. You got anything, you get anything. When you get anything, your amount increase in your pocket, then it's a gain or profit. Then you have to the right number in the positive. Then write the integer that represent a gain of rate 500. So we have to put positive sign before the 500. It means you got profit or gain something. That's why you represent the number 500 as plus 500 or without plus sign. If you write 5 only 500, then it's not wrong, it's also right. Your answer is always right if you write simply 500. Write the integer that represent a loss of 2 kg. Then if you loss something here, come to this point, loss. Here in the question number 7 we you see here is a gain. In the sum number 8 we see here is a loss. When question asks us that you gain something, then you have to put the plus sign in the answer. When you get loss, then we have to put minus sign in the answer. Okay. Minus means loss something, you lost something. Gain means you profit, you get something. Alright students, we have solved great sums together today. Now it's your turn to show me what you have learned. I am waiting to see your response. You have to show me the sum number 8, 9, 10. In the comment box, you have to write any query and you show me the answers of these questions so that I can learn, so that I can note what you have learned. I am waiting for your response. Good luck. I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye. Tata.